Hi, my dear members. I hope you're feeling well. Today's session was requested by a member of the platform, and I'm happy to finally deliver. We'll be focusing on foot to hand reach. This is essentially a part two to the class that I posted 2 weeks ago. However, you don't have to do these sessions together at all. In this class, we're just going to be going even deeper. So if you have specific flexibility goals, like doing an allegra on the pole or an eagle on the pole, so any sort of variation where you're deeply extending in your spine and trying to grab the foot with your hand or hands, this class is for you. Quick disclaimer, I am not going to be going very deep when I demonstrate, because after years and years of professional dancing, I no longer want to chase deep flexibility. My personal goal is to remain strong and flexible and maintain that safe, healthy balance. However, you can go deeper. Just make sure that at every point of class, you're listening to your body. You're not just pushing through. And a great indicator of you doing too much and going too far is when you're no longer able to breathe while holding a particular range or shape, okay? I will be looking at my phone to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. And before we get going, you guys will need blocks, minimum 2, ideally 2 to 4, depending how deep you want to go into your spinal extension. I have my bigger, thicker blocks that I'll be using at the beginning. I will be using my thinner block for the standing hip extension work. You will need a long, stretchy band. If it's lighter, it's probably better for the standing part at the end. If it's heavier resistance, it's easier. And you might be able to use your dumbbells or ankle weights if you don't have a stretchy band for the first part of class. And then I'm also going to be using my training box for just one segment of class. You can replace this with any chair you have in the house. And aside from that, we are good to go. So let's do it. We'll start with warming up our spinal extension. So I'm going to start with 2 blocks. You can right away flip your top block to the second setup if you wish to go deeper. I'll start with my blocks stacked, and then I'm going to probably add one more block once I feel that my spine is able to go deeper. So you don't need anything, just grab the blocks, place them underneath your shoulder blades. So make sure they're not on your low back and they're not right at the base of your neck. We want them in line with our chest, okay? On the back end, on the back side of the body. We are going to take an exhale, tuck our tailbone lightly under just a little bit to bring length into the low back. You want to have your feet hip width apart. I have slight rotation out through my feet. You can keep neutral or also slightly rotated, whatever feels best in the moment. Hands at the back of the head. For the first 8, we're not going very deep, we're just warming up. So give me a big inhale when you're ready. Go as far back as you can. And then on the exhale, give me a little crunch, reaching your ribs down into your pelvis. Inhale back, exhale up. Keep your tailbone tucked under. We don't have a goal of creating a very deep visual arch here yet. Let's go for 4. Exhale back. 5. 6. Go at your own tempo, slowly, gradually increasing the range if that feels safe. 7. The last one, 8. Stay here. You should be able to see your elbows with your side view, so don't open them up too wide, but you also don't want to have them in front of your eyes. And we're going to go into a little spinal twist. So take an exhale, twist right. Take a next exhale, twist left. Give me 8. 7. Support the weight of your head with your hands. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Come up. Awesome. We're going to go for round 2. If you were going fully to the ground and you feel like you need more space, this is your time to flip the block. If you feel like your head was far off the ground and you're not able to reach for the ground at all, then you don't have to flip the blocks. yet. Okay, same concept. We're placing that block right at the bottom of our shoulder blades. I still want you guys to slightly tuck your tailbone versus arching and putting that compression to the low back area. And we're going to reach our arms forward this time. We have 8 reps as well. You're going to start with your shoulders going into flexion. So you're going to reach them overhead, and then you're going to add your spinal extension, trying to reach the floor with your thumbs. And then come up as one unit. Again, shoulders initiate the game, and then you add your spinal extension. Exhale up. Let's go for 3 shoulders. Begin your inhale. Finish your inhale. Exhale, pull up. Let's go 4. Keep going. I had a flight, a very long flight. And my back is feeling very stiff. So maybe it's not the best time to record this class, but I'm gonna practice what I preach, which is not training from a place of the ego, from a place of trying to push the body in an abusive, negative way, and instead really focus on how I feel today, how my body is able to perform today, and respect that. Let's go, lost my count, I think 2 more, 1 more, let's go 2 more. The last one, shoulders, spinal extension. And come up. Okay, we have 1 last round. I know it's a lot, but we can do it. Again, you don't have to add blocks or flip the block at all, but because we're gonna focus, we're gonna hold a static T extension, and we're gonna focus on the arms reaching overhead. So if you were fully on the ground with your thumbs before, then you might have to add more to create space to be able to really squeeze your delt and reach back. If you were not able to reach for the ground in the previous set, then you don't have to add anything. So same concept, nothing's really changing. We're just adding more blocks if we need that. Put the bottom of your shoulder blades on the blocks. If you're also going with 3 or 4 blocks and you find that your low back really doesn't like it, try tucking under and allow the possibility of your glutes staying slightly off the floor. You should have your feet on the ground, and this elevation, so the lifting of your glutes off the floor, should not feel terrible at all. But if you're able to keep your glutes down, even better. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend all the way back as far as we can. If your head hates this position and you have extra blocks or like a little cushion or a little chair, you can put it underneath your head for support. Otherwise, we're gonna reach our arms all the way back as far as we can, and we're gonna work from 1 shoulder at a time. So you're gonna give me an exhale. Let's say I'm starting with my right arm, and I'm gonna reach it all the way back, trying to tap the ground with my thumb. Bring it off the ground, go for 2. Bring it off the ground, give me 3. Inhale up, exhale 4. Think of squeezing your front delt as you go back. 5. Going for 8. 6. 2 more. 7. Last one. 8. Let's bring our left arm into the picture. On the exhale, reach your left thumb down. Release. Go for 2. Release. Give me 3. If it's too much, you can also keep your head off and just work like this. So it's an option if your neck hates that position of the static hold. Let's go 3 more. 1, 2, the last one. 3. Whew. Come up. Good. Give yourself a moment. I'm gonna take my top block off.